This season. We're gonna start playing it today here on Trifecta Sports. Obviously, the season is on a delay, and there may never be baseball at McCoy Stadium in 2020. But we're gonna play this season on MLB The Show 2020, one game every day, and hopefully at some point baseball will come back. But I think until that point occurs, I think it's interesting to sort of play through. It is worth noting that the roster that's in this game is not perfect, so it's not the exact AAA roster. There's a lot of players missing. For example, Rusney Castillo is missing. So I had to play around with the roster a little bit, but other than that, I haven't made any trades. I did release a couple players who actually aren't in the roster in real life, but the game still had it in. I am aware that MLB The Show will be going back and adding in players at the minor league level slowly, but this is like one of the first years that they're really doing sort of this minor league system, and they have a partnership with MILB, so they have built it out, but it's definitely not perfect, and you'll notice a lot of the stadiums are the same. They're rotating through a couple stadiums, so McCoy's not in here. It would have been interesting to see if they picked a couple of the newer minor league ballparks to play in, but it is what it is, I guess. So opening day, this would have been at McCoy Stadium yesterday. It was a rainy day. Game probably wouldn't have happened anyway, but they were going to play the Syracuse Mets. I did build out a rotation here for the PawSox. Pretty solid. Kyle Hart leading it off. I bumped up Connor Wade from AA, put Brian Johnson in that fifth slot. Tanner Houck I almost put in, but they did use him as a reliever last year, and I think that's what they'll use him as this year. The lineup is probably what it's going to look like. I was kind of debating between bringing up Josh Tobias from AA or a couple of other guys from AA. But I ended up not doing it. So like Tristan Cassius I might bring up at some point. Jaron Duran will bring up at some point. Maybe even Connor Wong. But this is sort of what I'm rolling with right now. And I tried to stay as realistic as to what you could have probably seen yesterday on opening day. I think I might swap out a couple things once we hop into the game. But I want it to be as realistic as possible. And then as I play through this, I'll probably make some altercations to the roster in terms of promotions and releases. Usually you'll see a veteran who signed a minor league deal release in the first month or two of the season. I'm looking for major league opportunities, so I'll probably do something like that. I won't trade off the major league roster, but if a team does, so I'm going to simulate the Red Sox in the Portland Sea Dogs games. But if the computer offers a trade, I may entertain it, but I'm trying not to really tinker too much with the rosters. So let's hop in one game a day. We'll play the full game, and I'm going to make the difficulty. I'll have to go back and do it, but I'm going to make the difficulty dynamic, so it sort of just plays to my ability. So I guess I should pick what I would consider to be the home field of the Pawtucket Red Sox. Main Street Field. Trying to pick something that's kind of close to what McCoy would be. I know it's incredibly difficult. The porch. I mean, kind of. If you know the area of McCoy, kind of. Definitely not that. No. So I'll pick whatever this ends up being. I'll have it to be the home for every game I play. Yeah, that's actually Center City Field. That'll be what we call McCoy Stadium. And then for whatever the road games are, I'll just pick a random one. I'm shocked they didn't assign it at some point, but yeah, Kyle Hart, let's go. Kyle Hart's 55 overall. It's a little bit of shade, I think, thrown at him. Let's put Longy in over Matheny. Matheny is not as good. That's a pretty solid lineup. Okay.
The game team's future stars are on display as minor league baseball comes your way on the show. Tonight, the first of this 4-game weekend set between the Syracuse Chiefs and the Pawtucket Red Sox. It's baseball, it's the show, and it comes your... Kyle Hart gets the call to pitch here on opening day in front of the hometown crowd. What's your take on him, Dan?
Hey, we're looking at a guy that knows how to pitch. Last year, his ERA was just under 3.5 for the season. And I would imagine going into the offseason, he's looking to better that. And hopefully, he gets off to a good start. And we'll see if that starts in this one today.
Andres Gimenez the next to bat. He'll get us started in this one under the light.
Yeah, okay. Let's make sure the gameplay is set properly. Put it that dynamic. Let's put everything to dynamic. Let's guess pitch off. Let's do dynamic. Buttons, that's fine. That's fine, that's fine. Dynamic, dynamic, dynamic. Okay. That way, it'll change.
First pitch on its way. Ground ball sent back up the middle. Fielded cleanly.
Throw.
Close play at first, but a great stretch that time as they get him by a step for out number 1.
Yeah, I don't need to...
Striding into the box.
I have played this game. I don't know why it's...
First offering on its way.
Hitting me tutorials.
1 out, nobody on. That's in there, and he's deep in the hole.
It doesn't have a blow-away fastball, so I don't know if this is going to work.
And on 0-2, he misses with a fastball.
Hey, textbook waste pitch right there. Does he go elevated fastball again or something slow?
Hart, I was so impressed with Hart last year. I don't know if he has the stuff to be a major league pitcher, but he's more of a pitcher, not a thrower. Pitches spots, can work in the jams.
Got the inside, but ruled the ball.
You can bet these hitters are taking note of what the guy on the hill is working with. Along
wow,
at
I'm
that
gonna watch
like
that.
this
An
in the
off
first
pitch, dude.
inning can
My timing's off.
You froze him on the fastball there. Jason Krazan goes down for out number 2.
I wonder,
in the top half.
since it's on dynamic, if it's on like beginner dynamic, and it's gonna slowly ramp up.
Away now as he looks at a called strike 1.
Like that pitch there, lefty on lefty matchup, curveball away to a lefty, smart pitch.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Swing and a miss, and that ends the inning.
91. Gas from Kyle Hart. Tops out around 92, sits around 88, 89. That's one of the problems is I don't know if that will translate to the major league level. But you don't know until you see it, right? I think that's sort of the unknown factor. I was hoping he was going to get a shot in 2020, but I mean, I was shocked that Teddy Stankiewicz didn't get a minor league deal. He's ended up signing a deal with the Mexican League, which is kind of equivalent to AAA, but I was kind of shocked about that the Red Sox didn't put him back in. Yeah, so it's actually putting me at beginner, but it'll slowly ramp up. These first early games might be lopsided. Ooh. I went to swing and did not swing. Hitting interface, pure analog. I don't know. I don't know what everyone else says, but I like using analog sticks to guess pitch is off. We're not guessing pitches. It's a fastball.
Pulled toward right center field. Right fielder is on the run in there, and their first hit of the season is going to be for extra bases.
Triple. I'm gonna have to.
And he is in.
I don't want to pull off dynamic because there's a point where
and the home crowd is absolutely
you want dynamic to sort of shift. But I think it's gonna be a while before I.
Right from the get-go.
At the plate, Marcus Wilson. Late swing, but he's still able to get a lot of this one out toward deep right field. And goodbye. This one ain't coming back.
It's gonna. I mean, I'm hesitant to put it up to like All-Star. I want it to build up to that point because you do want it to sort of pick back and forth depending on what your actual capability is. But if I swap to that, I pull off, then it might not work.
Barnes has to roam straight back, but
so I think the first couple games will be lopsided games, but eventually the game will gets at the point where we're going to see a lot of close baseball games.
Stepping in, Josh Ockamy.
So I am 1 game behind. Technically, opening day was on Thursday, April 9th. I'm playing this on the 10th.
Down the first baseline. But a foul
So
ball here,
technically, 1 game
0-1.
I'm behind right now. But
Still only one
should
out
I
in the
play
inning.
like Josh Ockamy in real life and just swing for the downs?
Ripped down the first base line. Gloved by Adams.
That's the other thing. Do I want
to
to actually attempt to play like the players play in real life? Or
now it's
smarter
play
than
Bobby
that.
Dahlbeck. First pitch of the at-bat. Sliced hard on the ground. Adams has got it. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over.
Marcus Wilson.
Two
He
come
would
across
have been
to
in double
score
A
in the
actually
inning,
at the
courtesy.
start here. But
Here's Matt Adams now.
whatever.
He'll get us started in the top of the second.
Hey,
No
we're still
Rusnak
in the
in the
early
game,
stages
so.
in this one. They're only down
I guess the
by a
question is if
couple
they
of
had
runs. But it's really
Rusnak,
key for
do
this
I
leadoff guy to try to get on and get a big inning
come back
started.
in it? Like, do I restart it,
Go
upload the
after that
roster,
one.
and then
He's in a quick hold, 0-2.
restart the franchise, and then simulate to the point
Swing
where I
and a
was,
miss
or
as
do I
he
just
ran the
continue to
fastball right by him for the first out.
play
Well, there's nothing better from a pitcher standpoint
with
than
this
watching that
franchise
high
mode?
fastball, a high
Keep it
piece of
consistent,
cheese,
but
swung
wouldn't
and a
have the
miss.
full
That
roster.
pitch looks so inviting to hit, but
That was a bad
it's awfully tough
two-seamer.
to put in play.
Bases are empty, 1 man out. Hit in the air to right field. Long run for the right fielder. He tracks it
The
down
commentary is
and
pretty
makes
bad
the
too.
play
Like
to
you said,
record
that's
the
a long
second
run,
out.
but I mean that's like a light little jog, about 10 feet to your right.
Striding forward now, Barrett Barnes. He'll work on keeping this top of the
I'm a
second
better
alive.
pitcher in this game than I am
This is low, ball 1.
hitter, but I have noticed that a lot of the close calls the
In
umpires
there,
just don't
1-1.
call. Like if the ball is like 50%
2 out,
on the
nobody
black,
out.
they typically call it a ball.
Line to the right side. Base hit, and that's their first of the new campaign.
Boy, so frustrating as a pitcher. You make a quality pitch on the inside.
Yeah, that's a
half the
decent
plate
pitch.
right there.
Eh,
Trying to
no,
bust
it's stayed
him
up.
in,
It's
D-roll,
not
and
down.
fights it off the other way.
Yeah, you tip your hat to the pitcher right there. He executed his pitch, but nice job by the offensive player fighting. It doesn't matter what it looks like. A knock's a
Trying to
knock.
miss in
He
specific.
takes his first cuts in this one with a man at first and 2 away.
91 mile an hour
Now a
fastball in.
for a called strike. It's 1-1.
Killed right there.
And a curveball's by him that time as he falls
Now I
behind
can
now 1 and
he's
2.
off bounce. So
Barnes leads off first with a pair of outs in the inning.
He got back
And
on it.
fouls this one off.
changeup should work right here actually.
Popped him up.
This was on McCoy, you'd lose it right in the
And
jeez.
this will not be caught. It's a foul ball.
I messed up there. Sorry.
Tough curveball that time, but he's able to make a little contact to keep
If I
his
give up a
at-bat
home, it's
going.
my fault.
The 1-2. And it's fouled away.
It's working.
Hey, have an AB right here. I know it's
Okay.
frustrating the heck out of the pitcher. You keep
Jeez.
fouling these pitches off. Maybe one misses
good
over
pitches,
the heart
man.
of the plate.
Here he comes again, 1-2.
That's
Pulled
where
toward right
if you
center
had that
field.
90,
Right fielder
95 mile an hour
coming
fastball,
on. He
you would
makes the play.
have been able to blow him
Great
away
catch
a couple
on the
pitches ago,
run
and
to
Hart just doesn't
retire
have
the
that in his
shot.
arsenal, so they have to hit him with the off speed. I probably should have
Now
threw
to
a
the
cutter.
plate, C.J. Chatham.
That might have worked a little bit better.
One of the
Yeah,
keys to
whatever.
securing
Here's
the
my
win,
result.
they want to keep the pressure on and try to build that lead as much as they can moving into the later innings.
Oh, and this
Ooh.
kicks right off of
That
him.
was a nice catch.
Even though that pitcher was able to execute in off the plate, batter was able to keep his hands inside that baseball and drive it up the middle.
So now to the plate, Chad De La Guerra runs up and gets this one down. And the off-balance
De La Guerra
throw
was such a
will
good
be
hitter
too
last year.
late, so
I
a
probably
good
would have
effort
him
that
bunt
time,
there,
but
but
it's an infield single.
he's actually the highest rated PawSox player
I
in the
know
game.
the guy had to pull up on second base.
Now, if you look at
because
this,
the ball
we're
didn't
75
get to the
overall for
outfield,
Chad
but you
De La
know
Guerra,
what?
which
You'll take the knock first
I
and
guess if
second,
you go off his stats
regroup,
last year,
let's
it
see
makes
what happens.
sense. But I don't know.
Parker is there,
Because
and
if you
he'll
look at it,
bring
you look
this
at the way
one
the
in.
roster is built, like you'd be like, all right, he's ahead of some of the guys that are on Boston's team. Which is just like my hesitation. Like,
As he'll get his
is he that
first
much better than Nick
opportunity in
Longy,
this
who's at 59 overall? Like, I mean, I think so, but I don't
Now
know.
the pitch. This is hit high in
It's
the air
just-
out toward left center.
The problem is every pitch is just
Parker will
comes
range
right
to
in the
his
strike
left
zone.
as he tracks this one down in left center
And
for the
just swinging.
second out of the inning. Marco Hernandez steps in. Twos all over the place. 2 on, 2 out, and of course, here in
There's no
inning
speed.
number 2.
Off time there.
Reined
A
in.
little early.
And the 2-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is over. Next will be the designated hitter, Ronnie Mauricio, as we are all set to begin the third inning in this one. And
no pitch clock, though.
Number
Big
8
pitch
hitter
clock.
with a strike,
Usually
nothing in
clock.
one.
Minor league baseball.
Down the third baseline.
That being said, I think they say it's like a 45-minute average for 9-inning game in this game.
Still no balls and 2 strikes.
I'm going to go cutter.
Here comes another 0-2. Tried to get him to go after one below the knees, but it's 1-2. Now a swing and a miss as he picks up another one. Make it 4
the cutter set him up for it, I guess.
already, and there's your first out. Stepping up now, Max Moroff. Heading out towards shallow right. Here comes the right fielder. He gets there, and that's the second out. So bases are empty here with 2 gone, and that'll bring Andres Jimenez into bat. Breaking ball for a strike, 0-1. Grounded up the first baseline. He's got it, and he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over.
Well, I hope this difficulty increases.
Now, stepping into the box,
decrease. That's not
he
good.
went deep in his first at bat, and we'll see what he's got in store for us here. Now a ball lying toward the gap in left center.
I think he bounced swing on the first pitches, maybe.
In left center, well hit, but a rough out number 1.
Off time too, a little early.
Lifted in the air to center field.
I mean, everything's just getting popped right at guys. Like nothing's falling in.
Next will be the
like I don't want to decrease the difficulty. I want them to throw balls and everything's inside.
Line to the right side.
Everything's a strike.
And that'll get down out there near the wall. And he will pull into second with a 2-out double.
That was a great job of driving that ball, extending his arms very well, was able to get it over the right fielder's head. One-hopping it off the wall for an easy double. That's one of those solid hits that you don't even feel.
We gotta stop swinging on the first pitch.
And nothing will come of the 2-out double as the inning is over. All set for the start of the 4th. Striding in once again, Jason Krizan. First time up, he went down looking. 0-1 the count. The pitch. Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2. Hard on the ground towards short. And that is through into left. And an 0-2 mistake here results in a leadoff single. Around second now and headed for third.
Oh, what a bad throw, man.
And he will make it up to third base.
That's my fault.
As that is a gift there off of what was a terrible throw.
Yeah, it was an awful throw, too.
Jarrett Parker, as he's well in front of the curveball and comes up empty there for strike 1. He was a strikeout victim in his first try. Grounded softly down the line toward first. But this will wind up a foul ball, strike 2. And there's the good curveball as he set down on strike.
Mechanics are a little off, though. I think I'm fielding in this game. Doesn't feel
ready for another chance. Matt Adams. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. Strike 1 to start the at-bat. Grounded back up the middle. And that's through into center field. Base hit. Notch 1 in the score column as the runner from third crosses the plate.
Now batter.
Into the box now, Ali Sanchez. And this is pulled fouled as he was way out in front there. So far, 0 for 1 with a flyout. Swing.
That's an awful
pitch.
It's 0-2. And that should be crushed.
And a fastball blew it right by him, and they're
you have more pace at that point.
In a double play
with the changeup, pumping the fastball.
Most pitches to be down in the zone.
Get the hitter off balance when they're out. I mean, you should expect it if you're a hitter, but when you're off balance and you change the speed like that, it's just a dynamic that it's very tough for a hitter, especially at AAA levels to adjust.
Fastball.
Video game does.
Or you can see he's coming right at this guy, just pounding the ball in the strike zone.
And we'll have to leave it there as this is strike 3, and that will retire the side. Ready to go in the bottom of the 4th. Digging in for his second at-bat, C.J. Chatham. A base hit on his first trip. Swing, line, drive. That's going to be trouble. He's around first, heading for 2. And he'll pull into second here with nobody out.
As a hitter, the only feeling better than hitting a bomb is driving one into the gap like that. He hustled out of the box knowing he was guaranteed a double, but I think he had thoughts of maybe a triple if the outfielder hadn't gotten it back in right away.
Yeah, there really wasn't any question about that. This ball's down, and that could bring in a run. And he's in there safely. He's got a double.
Should have just sent it on.
Let's take another look at just a
that's going to fall
swing
too.
right there. Good weight transfer, good hands to the ball, solid contact, and great extension through the ball.
Yeah, that's about as pretty as a swing gets. Nice look at it there from our camera guys as well. Catch will be made here. Tagging is the runner from third.
Ballsy by Della Garrett going there.
Third as they extend their lead.
Now back.
Stepping up to the plate, Nick Longy. The potential second run of the inning stands at third.
My bad.
He's set. Here it comes.
Oh, another guy that owns Cole Sturgeon. That's another guy that owns the game.
Center fielder giving chase. Makes the catch, but the runner from third breaks for home. And they'll tack on a run with the sac fly. It's now a 4-1 ball game. So no one on now after the sac fly. And that'll bring in the second baseman, Marco Hernandez.
Hernandez
Gets him. Nice play there as the side is retired. So they get a couple of runs on 2 hits, no errors, and no one left aboard. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Pretty well hit. Deep down the line in right, but that's back into the seats. Foul. Set to deliver the 0-1.
Very efficient outing from Hart. That's also because the difficulty hasn't ramped up yet.
Longy is over toward the line a bit as he takes it.
I'd probably throw a perfect game. No, not a perfect game. Sorry, but a complete game.
Into the box. Ronnie Mauricio looking to put the ball in.
I'm gonna have to hit my
He
spot
went down on strikes in his first at bat. 1 ball, no strikes the count.
Really paint the corners. Then too many balls over the middle of the plate. Which as the difficulty ramps up, I'm just gonna get obliterated with.
5th inning here in a 4-1 ball game. Ripped on the ground to first. Oh, look at the sliding stop. Got him.
Oof.
At the plate, Max Moroff flied out in his first at-bat, so making 0 for 1 so far. No balls and a strike to count. Behind 0-2 now.
Not in enough.
And another foul ball.
Fastball in.
And he struck him out, his 8th punch out of the ball game, and that one ends the inning. Striding in, Marcus Wilson. He's 1 for 2 in this one. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Hit to first.
I gotta stop
Gloved by Adams, and he'll step on first himself.
The problem is every pitch is still so on the plate that.
So the base is empty here with 1 away, and that brings in Jonathan Lucroy. Bullet back up the middle.
That's a monster.
And he's going to make the play over toward his right, and there are 2 away now.
Come on. I mean, that was right on that. I mean, you can't hit a change-up harder than that.
Trying to pick things up where we left off. Josh Ockamy, he doubled earlier in the game. 1 for 2 to this point.
Nope.
Line drive, base hit into the left center field gap. He's through first and hustling for second. And he'll coast into second here with a 2-out double.
No mistake what he was sitting on. Fastball, middle of the plate, kept his hands back, stayed through the baseball, and delivers a hard-hit line drive.
Standing in now, Bobby Dahlbeck, as he lifts it in the air to right field. And they'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away. And so the lineup flips over, and digging in, Andres Jimenez. And at this point of the game, I think it's clear that the plan of attack against the top of the order has worked.
Well, when you've only surrendered 1 hit to the top 3 guys in the order up to this point in the game, you know you're doing something right, Matt. You're spot on. Whatever they discussed coming into this game has worked out beautifully.
The right fielder, number 9.
He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. 0-1 the count.
Crush that. Oh, God, you should hit that 500 feet.
Pitch on the way. Swing and a miss, and he's in control. 0-2.
Should be able to pump one by him.
I mean, you look in the dugout right now, you see steam coming out of the hitting coach's ears. Somebody has to stay back and find a way to get knocked.
The 0-2 once more. It's a wave and a miss. He struck him out.
He's just bringing up strikeouts left and right. But what's really impressive
I don't
to
think
me,
I've ever
he
seen
hasn't
Hart
walked
strike
anyone
out
either.
this many
He's just
batters in
pounding
my
the
life.
zone. His stuff is dirty today.
Strike one to start the at-bat.
When
The
he has
0-1.
the mix,
Down the line at
fastball is just
but this will get foul
not
for
fast
strike
enough to
two.
do what you need it to
Looking
do.
to put him away. Here's the 0-2. Lifted in the air toward the line and right. And no one will track it down. Ready with another 0-2. Might have been looking to find that outside corner, but he couldn't quite get it there. It's 1-2.
Hey, the fish ain't biting there on that 0-2 breaking ball, but you got to be careful because this pitcher might throw him another one.
And he will make the catch just shy of the track in the inning.
I wonder where he's at from an energy perspective.
Ramirez enters to do the pitching in the bottom of the sixth.
Someone up.
So coming to the
Rasmo.
plate, C.J. Chatterton.
Former
He
PawSox
doubled
right
earlier
there.
and carries a
He's in the bullpen.
2-for-2 line into this appearance.
Right down the line.
Base hit, line drive into the corner.
Easy double.
Legs churning, he's headed for second. And he is into second with a double, his third hit of the night.
The fans didn't even get a chance to settle in their seats for the beginning of the inning. And he
Trying
just
to warm up
blistered
someone
that
on my
ball
bullpen.
down the line on the first pitch he saw. It stayed fair, and he's safely on second with the leadoff double. That's the way you lead off an inning.
Scooped up, and the off-balance throw beats him at first, and that's a tough play.
Okay, let's
Yeah, he hit it hard. That's all you can ask. You can't control the result sometimes, Matty. Just unlucky with the placement.
get Tanner out go.
Here comes the first pitch. Ramirez, a 5'10" right-hander. He offers up a two-seamer, a cutter, a changeup, a slider, and
maybe
a
a little bit shorter
four-seamer.
than that.
Hit on the ground to third.
Rasmo is one of the shortest pitchers I've ever seen.
And that's the second out. At the plate, Nick Monge comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ballgame. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. This one's down to third. Reined in. Throw on to Adams will take care of him, and the inning is
As
over.
it gets harder, I'll have to read.
Digging in
I'll have to wait on my pitches.
Matt Adams. He's batting cleanup in the.
Oh yeah, he's dead.
Off for the man, the first baseman.
Tanner Houck is out from the bullpen as he'll get his first work of the season here on opening night. And now pitch on the way. And he goes against the shift there as this is on the ground at the left side. And the throw on to first will take care of him, so he's thrown out by the only man standing on the left side of the infield. One away.
No, I do think he does project to be a reliever.
Houck, 23 years old. He was
sort of
selected in the
interested to see
first
if he's
round
as a starter or
back in
not this year.
2017.
Hey, this guy hasn't reached the big leagues yet.
Kind of the same thing with Darwin's and
You're going
Hernandez.
to know his name at some point. He just got a few more developmental things to work on.
And quickly,
I really
there
thought
are
Hart
two
could have went a
away.
little bit longer in that game, but
At the plate, Barrett Barnes. 1 for 2 on his line so far in the game. And that's taken for strike
almost
one.
getting the timing down.
Hey, you
Like,
want
get in the
someone
pitcher.
sometimes to rattle the bat rack, but also the guy on the mound's got to eat too. They're executing their pitches
what a
out there. It's
play.
going to be tough.
And the throw is in time to get him to retire the side. Now at the plate,
Question is, this game still has the
He's got a hit in
stamina
3 at-bats to this point.
of Tanner Houck as a starter, and the stamina is actually really
Sent
good
on the ground out
in
to
the
second.
game.
Fielded cleanly. And a
So I
good
do
throw
wonder,
gets him one
do
gun.
I potentially use him for the rest of the game, or do
Marcus
I
Wilson.
instead treat him like a reliever and bring someone else in? I think we're just going to go with Houck.
From the stretch. Lined hard toward right center.
Oh,
And
be
that's
realistic,
into the
though, right?
gap and should be extra bases. And this will get all the way to the wall now. Around
we're gonna get
second.
trouble.
He's on his way to third. And he's in there at third with a one-out triple.
Who was that?
The second this thing
Oh,
got
Marcus
past the
Wilson.
outfielder, you knew it was at least a double.
Gas, jeez. Schedule him to come in the game. Jonathan LaCroix.
To the plate
Oh,
now,
great.
Jonathan LaCroix. Hit high and
smoke
deep
that.
out to left field.
Get out.
Gone into the home bullpen for
He's
a
actually had
home
a lot
run.
of good contact. So
Well, when it left its bat, I didn't think it had the height to even clear the
I
fence.
just want that
Shows
difficulty
you how
to
much
just
I know.
pump
That
up.
thing
Pump
was
up.
a laser shot.
Should be around
that
better.
just kept going and going and going. Wow, that was impressive.
Because every pitch is a strike.
Barely have to move out there and
Actually
right
been
as
good.
he hauls this
He
one in
scored
for the
6
second out.
runs, 10 runs.
Ready for another shot now. Bobby Dahlbeck, and he hasn't
for the
quite
down,
had the
Bobby.
same fortune at the plate as many of his teammates. No
Does
hits for him so far. Throw on to Adams will take care of him, and the inning is over. Domingo Tapia has been summoned from the bullpen as he'll do so to start the 8th. First delivery to him on the way. Will Toffee is in for the 3rd time now as he takes a called strike. It's 0-1.
Hey, there's an old saying in baseball, you need to take a strike in this spot. Well, he got one there.
I should be
now
able
he
to
just
smoke
needs to
one
find a
by
way to
there.
get on.
Fouled off.
Nope. Now I should be able to pull in the dirt.
The 0-2 once more. Swinging a ground ball to third.
Almost a great
A
play by
dive,
him.
but it's off his glove. And they are not going to get him at first. He's aboard easily.
Danny, I know that's not the execution he was looking for right there. That batter's eyes lit up on that pitch.
Not a real good changeup. One of the things, Mark, this pitcher will do, he'll use that changeup
much speed.
like most pitchers
Too much
will
speed.
use the curveball. His changeup
right.
is that good, but that one wasn't, though.
My timing's way off.
Popped him up. Akami in foul ground. And he makes the catch for the second out. Digging in, Andres Jimenez. He struggled at the top of the lineup in this one, hitless to this point. Ball 1 to start the at-bat.
9,000. They would have
The
kept
1-0.
9,000 for an opening day McCoy yesterday. They only did like 6 and change last year. 9 would have been a ton.
Took him right up the ladder that time, and it's 1-2.
Throw him in
Hey,
the
if
dirt
he's
here.
going to get swings and misses at balls up
No,
and out of the
just
zone,
not.
he's going
It's
to
not going
continue
down.
to go there.
2 out with the man
Go
at
up and
first.
away.
This is hit high in the air out
Not
toward
fast
left
enough.
center. Center
Weird.
fielder
Kyle
giving
Hart in
chase.
91 was blowing
He's
guys
there
out.
to make the play,
Domingo
and
Tapia in
that'll
96,
retire the
97. Nothing.
Leading up for the PawSox, the shortstop, DJ Yaga.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way.
Nope. Okay. I actually gotta start watching. They're actually throwing balls.
The 0-1 pitch.
Yeah, that one's
Liner
really
in there for a base hit. So it's a leadoff base hit to open their half of the 8th.
Now back, the designated hitter. Yeah.
At the plate now, Chad De La Guerra. As he'll take a look at a high strike that time. It's 0-1. So far, 2
Just
for
smoked
3
that
in
ball.
this one. The 0-1 pitch. Pulls this one into the air out into right field. Krizan is there to put it away for route number 1. Cesar Puello next. 0 for 2 with a run batted in for him thus far. Here comes the first pitch. Runner goes for second. On he pops it up. Adams in foul ground, but this will land untouched.
Cesar Puello. Yeah, he would have owned the PawSox
0-1,
start
here's the
here.
pitch. Grounded to third. This could
Whoa.
be 2.
Eh.
To second for 1. Relay to first in time, and just
Damn.
like that, this side is...
Made it too easy. Yes.
Trevor Hildenberger takes the mound here. Not a save situation, of course, because of the big lead, but he'll try to finish it out nonetheless. No balls and 1 strike. 0-1 count and the pitch.
Oh.
Got him to swing out of his shoes on that one. Nothing.
That was filthy.
Fouled away.
I mean, that's filth.
And a classic 0-2 pitch as the changeup misses low, and it's 1-2 now.
Well, that's a pitch right there.
Oh,
You've got to just lay off. There's a good chance he's going to throw it on 0-2.
It's that arm angle, man. It's that pump.
It starting down in the zone.
Everyone off.
You know it's only going to go down from there.
Even video game hitters.
By him for the punch out.
Jason Krazan
is retired to kick off the inning. And a strike to even the count. 1-1.
He'll be fine coming out of the bullpen in this one if he can keep the ball around the knees like that.
And he struck out again. That's the third time he's gone down on strikes in this one.
Oh, I'm going to have some fun with him.
So digging in now, Matt Adams. He comes to the plate as the last chance for his side. 2 out here in the ninth. Here's the 0-1 pitch.
I think that Houck's delivery is slightly off. Houck is like, they had him more over the top than he really is. Houck is like more of like a 3/4 arm slot, but
now his swing and he
that
pops
should be
him
game.
up, and this should do it. Chatham is under
PawSox moved to 1-0 on the 2020 season.
That's the ball game.
It's always nice to take the
so I'll be back tomorrow with game 2 of this series. I'll try to do a game a day, probably take a couple, a day or 2 off at various times. But
6-1 the final. Pawtucket jumped out to an
this is a fun series
and never
to watch.
looked back.
6 innings from Kyle Hart, 3 hits, 9 strikeouts.
So that'll put a wrap on things here this evening.
Winner run,
please
Marcus
anchor
Wilson
Martin
2
DeRosa
for
and Matt Vasgersian. This has been a special presentation of MLB The Show.
At some point,
For more,
but
follow
it'll
us on
slowly
Twitter.
ramp up. I'm disappointed it didn't take my previous difficulty settings and apply it to this franchise, but that's fine. It is what it is.